How's it going, guys, and welcome back to FM Scout. This is ABTFM, and today we are going to talk about 5 clubs that have the biggest transfer budget in Bundesliga. Well, due to the COVID situation, you will realize that most of the clubs have lesser transfer budget than ever in FM21. For example, in the Premier League, Arsenal only have around £4 million to start with. Well, today we will be looking at Bundesliga clubs, and I will tell you which 5 clubs have got bigger budget than the other. Not necessarily a huge budget, but they are the top 5 clubs with more budget in the league. Well, before we start the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified so you wouldn't miss out any of our video. Well, without further ado, let's jump straight into the first club on the list. The richest club on the list is undoubtedly Bayern Munich. Well, of course, they have just won the treble last season, which is the Bundesliga, German Cup, and the Champions League. In the bank itself, they have £54 million of transfer budget, with £3.6 million of wage budget as well. While obviously, Bayern Munich is a strong club in the world football, dominating the German league since 2012-13, and Bayern Munich have a bunch of amazing players, including this year's FIFA Best Player Robert Lewandowski, FIFA Best Goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, Joshua Kimmich and Alphonso Davies, who are in the FIFA Best 11, midfield engine like Leon Goretzka, Thomas Müller, and so on. Well, undoubtedly, Bayern Munich is predicted to finish as the champions of Bundesliga, and I'm sure the board would require you to win the German Cup as well as aiming for the Champions League final. With this huge amount of transfer budget, you can utilize it to strengthen your squad, maybe bring in a few youngsters to replace some of your key players in a few years' time. The second richest club is Hertha Berlin. Well, to be honest, it actually shocks me. Hertha Berlin finished 10th in the Bundesliga last season, did not qualify for any European competition, yet they have £22 million of transfer budget and £900,000 of wage budget. The media actually predict them to finish 3rd in the Bundesliga, higher than Bayer Leverkusen and RB Leipzig. Well, looking at Hertha Berlin's squad, there are a number of notable players like the 2 striker Christoph Piatek and Matheus Cunha, powerful defender Niklas Stark, captain Derek Boyata, and Arsenal loanee Matteo Guendouzi. Well, surely they are ready to challenge for the top 4 finish, and I assume the board will ask you to fully focus on the league since they are not in the European competition. With 22 million transfer budget in the bank, I am sure you could get a few more players to strengthen your squad, then challenge for the top 4 finish. Moving on, the next club on the list is RB Leipzig. Well, after selling Timo Werner to Chelsea for £49 million, RB Leipzig has actually spent them all by bringing in Alexander Sorloth, Josko Gravdal, Hwang Hee-chan and Joseph Martinez, leaving £18 million of transfer budget in the club with £1.3 million wage budget. While last season they finished 3rd in the league, qualified to the semi-final of the Champions League, but unfortunately they are knocked out by the French giant Paris Saint-Germain. Well, although they have lost their key player Timo Werner, there are still a bunch of talented players in the squad, including the captain Marcel Sabitzer, last winter signing Danny Olmo. In the defense area, you have got a lot of great players like Dayot Upamecano, Marcel Halstenberg, Ibrahima Konate, Nordi Mukile, and the goalkeeper Peter Gulaschi. However, you might want to use that money to bring in another striker to fill up the loss of Timo Werner, then challenge for a top 4 finish, or even challenge for the title in the Bundesliga. Borussia Monchengladbach is the 4th club on this list. Having finished in the 4th position in the Bundesliga last season, the German Cup is qualified for the Champions League this season. The media predict them to finish 7th in the Bundesliga, but I am sure they have the ability to finish even higher in the league at the end of the season. Their captain Lars Stindl is a great player in the squad. Their vice captain Jan Sommer is no doubt one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Alassane Plea and Marcus Thuram, the two Frenchmen, have been amazing since last season, and they also have players like Matthias Ginter, Dennis Zakaria, Stefan Lehner in the team. Well, they have around £9 million in terms of the transfer budget and £1.1 of the wage budget. Maybe it is very difficult to bring in a big player, but you can surely use that amount of money to invest in some youngster, or maybe look at the players from the free transfer. Last but not least, I have Wolfsburg on my list. The media predict them to finish 6th in the league, just above Borussia Monchengladbach. Well, interestingly, they do have the same amount of transfer budget as Monchengladbach, £9 million in the transfer budget and £1.1 million of the wage budget. While Wolfsburg only finished 7th in the Bundesliga last season, and they did qualify for the Europa League this season. While in the senior squad, they have got some quality player like Maximilian Arnold, captain Joshua Guilavogui, the defensive midfielder, and the talented French right back Jerome Louzillon, and the clinical striker Wout Weghorst, and as well as the right back Kevin Mbabu. While Wolfsburg do have a great number of young players, so with that amount of money, you might want to bring in a few experienced players to guide or mentor the youngsters. Anyways, these are the 5 clubs that have bigger transfer budget in the Bundesliga. Well, let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see this become a series. We can cover the other leagues and nations if you like. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and that's all from me today. I am ABTFM and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.